Dun 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 dun. I think that's what I was doing as I was on my way to a boat.
I want to feel your hand right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall, repeat over and over again. I'm badly breathing and breathing to the ground, but each and every time we all stand up. Stop like to yourself and me. True to yourself and that might be. We both can exit destiny. So let's shout it out. You might feel alone, but I'm right by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall, repeat over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to see your hand right now. You are the place, my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day. We spark like flowers in the sky. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I, let's fly the souls that we're together. Can't feel my heartbeat, so take my hand to them tomorrow. Don't hold back and let it be. You give me strength and give me faith. To take the darkness, let's fall yeah, in love. Sparks just like Hibana. Come, light up like Hibana.
I got some different tea today, for today, and kind of spilt a little bit as I was pouring it. Like, you know those times when you're pouring something and it's not like spilling, but like a little drop of it is like getting between the your cup and the whatever you're pouring from, and it like goes down the side and drips on the floor. It's just the little drops, but it's my tea, and I hope that it doesn't bring any ants in my room. Okay.
I still can't believe what that Almadria did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah.
Like I understand where Law was coming from when what happened, but I don't know. Like they're all talking about revenge right now, but yet she was denied her revenge. I gotta side with Rinwell on this one. Why didn't she get to?
My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almadria who did it. I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Dahnan mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Dahnan?
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Law.
Not even sad that Deadeye'm gone. Oh, I guess it was. Y'all were duped, yo. So they were duped really bad. Like not only did that idiot like destroy all of this area with explosives, they were all like poisoned with that stuff too. Well, at least he never had a chance to become super horrible. I mean, he was already horrible as it was. But yeah, she definitely deserves to die. The dude that was Dohalim's right-hand person or whatever, I don't even remember his name. Like, that is one character that shouldn't have lived or should have been locked up. Need to rest because my characters are all out of sources. There we go. Was that little old, the two little old people, were they in there too? But like the thing about it is, like, at least this place is it's like a town, right? So like you could probably go to Calaglia, because that place sucks.
There's no point in reading it unless you plan on making it.
Pretty interesting, yes. Horse meat just does not sound like it'd be very tasty. Because normally when you want meat, you want it to be kind of fatty, and horses are kind of not really fatty at all. Oh, guess I gotta go that way. Zol, who's comes to my stream sometimes when I streamed Final Fantasy 14, he told me about how much grindy this game is, and kind of makes me glad that I have DLC stuff. Because if I clear out an area, like this area, if I clear out this area before I go up here, and then I clear out this area before I made it to the boss, like with the boost, I'm pretty much set. I'm like at least level 29, so I'm like I'm the correct level to be in that area. But if you don't have them, then kind of, you need to grind. And for some reason, with Tales of Arise, I'm really just not interested in grinding level. Like I'm kind of glad actually that I don't have to do that.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
This one's all mine.
How's this?
Eat this.
Here goes! Bullseye! Lunar corruption! It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
You're mine. Take this. Sword Rain Alpha. Talon Storm. It's too fast.
Stand back. I'll trip it up. The earth throbs in pain.
Double Demon Fang.
Arrow Squall!
That frickin' does it.
Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce!
Finish it.
Cyclone! Astral Energy!
Say no more.
I'm so confused. What was that little attack I did?
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Owls in this game, I swear. There it is.
Ow! I'm on it.
Lunar corruption!
You're mine.
Radiant
Win.
Pierce!
No.
Sighted!
Killing Light Spear.
It's a duel of the earth!
No further.
Lunar corruption!
away.
Radiant Pierce! I'm out of ammo!
Finish it.
Back into the fray!
Storm.
Take
Double
me!
Demon
I'm
Fang.
Gale! Tear you to shreds!
Perfect Knuckle.
Radiant Pierce!
Sonic Thrust.
Radiant Punch! I'm ready for the next battle.
Oh, I get to owl.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
How do you even know he's saying that, Rinwell? Huh. Okay. Another lure. ice cream. But I'll go this way.
Hi, Hoodle! Into the shadows!
Megasonic thrust! Try this on for size!
Here goes!
Take this!
Here I come!
Think these ones can run Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce! Sight Divine! It's over!
Double Demon Fang!
Radiant Pierce! You're open! One more!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Vanquish darkness!
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Plasma Shock!
Divine Strength! Into the shadows!
Dragon Swarm!
May a thousand gales tear you to shreds! Radiant Light! Gusty Nail! Watch and weep! One more! Radiant Pierce!
Okay, I need to check my what the strategies are because I don't like that they don't attack the same enemy as me.
Any injuries?
Yeah, I just when you start the fight, you're focused on an enemy, right? But your teammates, they go fight an entirely different enemy. Like everything needs, it's just not good.
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almadria fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
What is orange gel, you know? Water. So I really don't actually need to be fighting anything here because they're like 2 levels below me.
Take this!
Radiant Pierce! Last one! Radiant Pierce! Airborne Beast!
In an instant! Impact Cross!
Vanquish darkness! Pierce!
Everyone hanging in there?
you airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Here I go. It's over. Supernova. Radiant light. Watch and weep.
Rising Wyvern! Talon Hurricane!
One last one.
Looks like we got them all.
You know what it would be actually really nice though is if we really did get 2 more characters, because
Let's dispose of the trash. Vanquish darkness.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara. Hold on. Their hide is thick as armor. Graviton field. Vanquish darkness. Radiant pierce.
Its armor's too strong. Then I'll split it open.
Be my guest!
Radiant pierce. Here, let me help. First aid. Here's a healing art. First aid. Ranger.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
May it take it. Period is right.
Do you require a hand?
Radiant pierce. Now.
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
that was pretty cool
Let's
actually.
keep our eyes on the prize.
Who have I've not seen? I've not seen Dohalim and Shione. I don't think I've seen Dohalim and Law. I don't think I've seen Kisara and Shione. Yeah, so those are just I think those are the 3. Just the 2 new characters with Shione. Haven't seen yet. Shh. Old Joe.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I need more astral crystals. I must have been getting those someplace. Ooh. Warrior emblem, 15% to attack, fire damage, and fire damage. Might make that actually.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
What is Alphen wearing? Oh, increased aggro.
I hope we manage to catch Almeidria soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hootle. I don't know what to do.
Nope, I don't need to do.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time.
Wait, doesn't she know he doesn't know his past though?
I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No, when I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almeidria.
So these people seem like they don't even know what happened in the town, in the city or town or whatever it is. So she has a giant yacht. I remember in Berseria we got a ship. Are we gonna get a ship in this game too?
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail.
Interesting. Like it. I'm a little confused as to why he's so okay with following her.
This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
Party disbanded.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
Skazar is looking sick.
You don't look so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danon people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Really interesting though how some people get really seasick and some people don't. Rinwell.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadheim. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Oh, okay.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer.
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Xion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Yeah, so Rinwell's confused because everything's not just black and white. You know, it's not just Renans are all evil, terrible people. A lot of them seem to be. But it's not just like not like a constant, or it's not a that's just not how it is. It's not like all Dahnans are good.
Further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think.
Interesting.
This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wow, okay. This game has Genshin Impact censorship. That's ridiculous. But whatever. What's up, Law?
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks. I
Vicious.
appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
The only thing I don't like about his hairstyle is that little thingy that he has on the back of his head.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Kind of weird being Alphen. I haven't been controlled him for quite a while now.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
Ship.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Oh, I hope she doesn't have Rinwald's parents' chimeras or something like that. That'd be terrible.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Why?
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship.
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag-Sar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half.
How was that half?
Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
Of the dawn.
Nothing. Forget I said anything.
How many of those do I have? No, let's screw it. It's just one. It's only 600 gold that I'm technically losing.
No backing down! Engaging!
Radiant here! Into the shadows! Now!
I'm going in! Bring up!
Radiant here! Radiant here! Who wants to smell ammo?
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
May 1,000 gales carry you to shred! Take it! It's open now!
Soaring Iron Spear!
Back into the fray! Now!
I'm a little confused
Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
how that skill works.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Into the shadows!
Fire in the hole!
Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce!
Nothing gets by me!
It's
Almost too strong. Then I'll split it open. Be my guest.
May 1,000 gales carry you!
Enemy wields arcs too.
You'll soon see about that!
Now or never.
And now!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Got it!
Oh, now we're getting a Rinwell map action. Interesting.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Law and Rinwell are kind of becoming a thing right now. Now, I did see somebody didn't like that. So I'm not going to talk about it.
Radiant pierce! Thunder Field! Freezing storm! Vanquish tornado!
Here I come.
Radiant pierce! Who wants to die next? Divine streak! I'm out of ammo! Now!
Blow them away.
Okay, that was pretty cool. Still haven't seen
Battle!
Shion with Isara or Dohalim. Of course it's offline. Of course it's offline. Each gel.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining enemy?
Right, here goes!
Radiant Pierce! Arrow Squall! Into the shadows! Radiant has no mercy! I'm only getting started! Pierce! I'm out! I'm all stuffed up! We're not finished! Mirage! Pierce! Dragon Squall! It's over! Now! I'm just getting...
Blow them away!
Radiant Pierce!
These fists have got your name on them!
Onward and upward.
Wow, 10,000 gold? Okay, I accept that.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
I'll take my revenge on you!
Watch this!
None shall escape my judgment!
Astral
That's my kill!
all yours, Kisara.
I need to start pushing 2.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Now you'll learn! Sonic Thrust! Rising
Into the shadows!
Hurricane
May a thousand shields pierce!
Blade and fist.
Radiant pierce! Sweet dreams! Your mom! Radiant pierce!
Orochi Fury!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
There's like just this big open area. They have it laid out so that you have to like go around stuff. If
Ow!
Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! I'm astral energy! Full throttle!
I don't think I've seen that one before. Have I?
Now you see what I can do.
One more!
Do it! Swallow dance!
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that one from Rinwell and Shion.
Or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Ooh.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! Divine Knight! You'll pay for what you did! I'll never There! One more! Not in your dreams! Here's a healing art! First aid! Here, let me help! First aid! Radiant light! May a thousand gales carry your fray! One more!
In a bind.
Ignite!
Take. You shouldn't have messed with me.
It's over!
Perfect knuckle. I can carve through armor.
Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! I'm out!
Nip it in the groove.
One last one! Back into the fray! May a thousand gales carry your fray! Now!
I'll crush you.
Oh, please. I was pushing the button.
Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Oh, that was cool. I didn't even really tell. I couldn't really tell what happened right there, but it's
Never
awesome.
seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
I almost feel a little bad for Dohalim. I mean, okay, he's he's kind of. Comes across as like as a spoil rich person.
Right, here goes!
To the shadows! Firmament render!
First try!
Gravitas field!
Eagle drive!
Arch field!
Wind!
Into the shadows!
Mirage!
Who wants to die
Dragon
next?
Swarm!
Primed and ready! Take it!
First strike!
It's over!
Blind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
First strike!
An astral That's my cue! Well, astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Firmament render! I'm all stuffed up!
Rising one!
Arrows! Nicely done.
Oh my god, that thing chased me.
It's on!
Radiant Pierce! Radiant Now! Law! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Careful! It has some head camouflage!
Not my finest.
You'll
Can't
pay
get out
for
of
that!
this!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Destruction!
Divine resuscitation! I'll end this with my own hands!
Slap the shot! Demon Fang!
First aid! Radiant Pierce! Here! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Take it! I'm only getting Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce!
That attack so much.
I'm out! Here's another! First aid! Shining Inferno!
Too much!
Here, let me help!
Demon
First
Fang!
aid! Here's a healing arc! First aid!
Azure Storm! Demon Fang! Crush!
It's time!
Eternal Devastation!
Can't get out of this!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Here, let me help! First aid!
Time to let it rip!
Let me help!
Yeah, I'll be okay.
First aid! Here's a healing arc! First aid! Here, let me help!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Burn in hell!
Back into the fray! Gravitas field!
Do it!
Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Everyone's still in one piece?
Actually, a pretty rough fight. What does Peach Gel do?
Looks like some solid equipment.
that's right. This was just like a side area. You don't have to go that way. This, okay. Sure.
It's on!
Radiant here! Into the shadows!
Swallow dance!
Radiant here! Who wants to die next? Gusty now! I'm ready!
I'm just getting started!
Here goes! Radiant here!
Do you require...
Law, get toasty!
Burn strike! Damn it! It's too fast!
Radiant
I'll trip it up. Luna Rongo! Soaring
I
like
never
fear!
fit! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Barely a blip on our radar.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
I wasn't asleep or dead.
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
You can totally, you can totally get that without.
Further! Radiant here! Radiant here! Arrow squad! Law, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Firmament render!
Punch that gun out of your hand! For my lord!
I'm only getting radiant
SD airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for you, truly!
You picked the wrong fight! Be my guest!
Confiscated!
Eat this!
I'm
Eat this! I can carve through
Radiant here! Now started! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! You're open! Face with darkness!
Swallow dance!
Miasma!
Double demon fang!
Let's give it a whirl!
First strike! I'll run you through!
Toxicity!
Come quietly! Watch it!
Take that!
Toxicity! Rising wyvern!
Firmament render! I'm ready! Arrow squall! Take it!
Did he just shoot me?
Radiant here! Firmament render! It's over!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that! I'm out of it! Here, let me help! Thank you!
Take this!
Divine! Sighted! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Okay, that was pretty awesome. I don't think I got to see the whole thing, but that was pretty awesome. This Calves of Steel. So Zola is saying how I need to get KO prevention from him actually. he has to really like he has to really grind for SP to be able to unlock any of the stuff in here. Uh. Thank you for I have to sneeze. Ugh.
How's that for a kick? I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No! We managed to pull through.
Running away like a chicken. I feel like you need to keep first aid right there. No, I've already been here, right?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Power.
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Oh, I have to go through the what?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Bring him down! Radiant here! Big Radiant here!
No shield can stand up to these fists.
It's over!
I see what
Radiant here!
Armor won't save you.
I'm out!
Finish it!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here.
Pow! Engaging!
Gravitas field!
Eat it! Pull back! Slice! Eat it! Release!
Into the shadow!
I'm the true gunslinger around here. Will this help?
Blow away!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Fire for force!
Slow dance!
May a
Ready and ready! Double demon fang! Crush! Dark swing!
Not on my watch!
Eternal
Now!
down! Another one down!
Here I go! Radiant here!
Now I'm in the groove! Finish it!
Everyone hanging in there?
If it even lets me rest.
Finally, some open space again.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Has the price of the orange gel gone up? Let's see. Small, medium, large. Okay, so T10 stands for tiny. Tiny, small, medium, large. Okay.
This flavor, why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I almost made it. I almost did it.
Will help! Radiant here! Eat it! Gravitas field!
You're open. Go. I'm only getting started. I'm almost here. Go. You're mine. Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I'm not really wanting to fight everything, so making it.
What could this be?
Stop right at the door. Okay. Look.
Little help. Radiant down. Go into the shadows. Radiant in clear. Here I go. It's over. Here I go. No defense.
It's almost too strong.
Here go.
Be my guest.
Divine healing circle.
We're not finished!
Watch this. Hey, that the freezing storm. Dohalim. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
It was like really super fast.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Ow!
You got spirit!
The freezing storm. Ice tornado. Think again. They really don't give up, do they?
Now you'll learn!
Here. Who wants now? And again. There. Into the shadows. Here. Do it. This is it. Back into the fray. Shining supernova.
Too fast! Take, stand back. I'll trip it up.
Here. Finish it. Redwell. Astral energy. Full throttle.
I like Greenwell's pose right there. She just has her hand on her hip, like, yeah. Assuming that the owl is in this room.
No choice.
I see one, eh?
Now you see what I can do.
My shield?
Here I go. Radiant.
We're not finished!
Listen. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Vanquish darkness. No defense. It's over. Talon storm. Here I go. It's over. Radiant. Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Butterfly wings.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Actually look kind of really. I'm not so sure about these wings. They're kind of.
That equipment should come in handy.
They're kind of cumbersome.
dispose of the trash.
Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce! There! Now! Help this! Astral Energy! Full throttle! There! And again! Radiant Pierce! I'm out!
The earth throbs in pain.
Take it! It's over! Radiant Light!
Don't get careless.
Gotta break through!
Can't get out of this!
Law! Get toasty!
Burn strike! Swallow blade!
Chinese Inferno!
I'll smash you!
Here's open! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
No defense! You're mine! Chinese Inferno! Freezing storm! Watch this! Ice tornado! Bullseye! Sighted! You're mine! Vanquish darkness! Radiant light! Take it! I'm only getting started! Divine strength! I'm all stopped up! Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce!
Throbs in pain.
On your knees!
I don't heal you all! Vanquish dark! Healing circle! Hey, that... Divine strength! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Oh, yeah.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Little help! Into the shadow! Radiant pierce! From there! Vanquish astral energy!
Say no more!
Here I go! You're open! Go!
I won't show you any mercy!
Radiant light! Firmament render! Radiant light! Pierce! Arrow squall! I'm out! I'll heal you all! Healing circle! Bullseye! That hits spot! I'm all stopped up!
Okay, healing circle is actually pretty good.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Radiant pierce! May 1,000 gales! Now, Kisara! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Let's try using that healing circle as my main healing. Ooh, recover.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Lady Fortune.
I won't forgive you! Radiant pierce! Fire support! Radiant pierce! Now! Pierce! Divine strength! I'm out!
Stay still!
Cyan instant! Vanquish darkness!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Nice. No scratches on...
This looks nice and tough.
Bullsies would be proud. I finally equipped the DLC wings. Oh, that's pretty much a boss monster. Just healing. This area has a lot of peat gel. Where did I used an elixir someplace? I don't remember exactly where, but I know I used one. Okay, I'm gonna be real quick. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, I have some stuff I need to do today. So, I was planning on doing a second stream today, just like I did yesterday. I was gonna finish the stream and then go eat and then come back and do another stream, but that's not gonna be able to happen today. So. And so today, when I'm done with the stream, I won't be streaming again till tomorrow. But that's for tomorrow. For today, let's just enjoy this, and this is gonna be an annoying fight. This dude out first.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Firmament render!
Rising
Ready to go!
Come quiet! Hurricane Thrust!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Hurricane Thrust!
Here goes! Resuscitation! Will this help?
Damn it! Rising Wyvern!
Healing circle!
Hurricane Spear!
Divine Strength again!
Wind!
Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce!
Rising Wyvern! Burn in hell!
I'm out of ammo! Where you go? Take that! No more playing nice! One more!
Now you see what I can watch this.
Supernova! Pierce!
Eternal Devastation!
Will this help? Permanent render!
Eagle Drive!
I was overconfident. I'll show you just how
God.
my hearts really are! Permanent render!
You're done!
Healing circle! I'll take it from here.
Get him, Rinwell.
Handle this! Deus Roar! Alphen! This ends now!
This is really an annoying fight.
If you can't rely on yourself,
Don't be a martyr. You've got all your friends here.
thanks.
Are you okay?
Thank you.
You're not looking too good yourself.
I'll survive. You guys heal up!
Will this help?
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Healing Divine Streak! I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation! I'll heal you all! Will this help?
Eat this! Megasonic Thrust!
Healing Circle! I'll show you just how strong my arts really are! I can only...
No further! Sword Rain out and tear!
I'm out of...
This
Divine
time!
Streak! I'll stop its charge!
One more of this and I'll burn out! Finish it!
Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Stupid lizard.
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
Oh, Misa.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that.
What could it be?
Okay. Don't know what that was all about. I think I used a peach gel, didn't I? I can go pick this up. Yeah. I mean, even though the ship is like huge, I don't know. I was gonna say something about extravagance of actual yachts in real life. This one is just too big.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
What could this be?
It's just a chest out here randomly with some gold in it.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I'm out! Vaguely Elven! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Firmament now! Back into the fray! Now! Elven! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. I forgive you! Radiant You're Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Radiant here! Here there! One more! I can handle it! I'm out!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
I'll heal you all! Shining Supernova! I'll heal you all! Healing circle!
I owe you one.
Sing again! Right, you're low! I'm all stocked up! Now! Astral energy!
I really dislike that they don't target the enemy that I'm targeting. I really don't like that.
Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I mean, it was something that in Berseria was an issue with me for me as well. But
Out of our way! Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce!
Not today.
Radiant Pierce! I'm out of ammo. I'll shoot them out of the sky! Watch and Radiant Pierce!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce! I'm out! Back into the fray!
Not in your dreams.
I'm just getting
Burn in hell.
Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce! Radiant Light!
Now, while it's reeling.
Take it down! I'll smash you! I never miss!
Rising Wyvern.
Shining Supernova! Field!
Swallow dance.
Sighted! I'm only getting Radiant Pierce! I'm all stocked up! Vanquish darkness!
Swallow dance.
Now!
Double demon fang.
Divine!
Rising Wyvern.
I'll end you! One more!
Finish it.
Firmament Elfin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
is that supposed to be a boss? That's probably one of the more easy bosses I faced so far. About to be. Where was that at?
We'll just have to go back and check.
I don't even remember. Where was that barrier even at? Well, okay then.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. And on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it.
Yeah, I should probably use. What's this one?
Well, we've only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
Let's do this, yo. I'm ready. Probably gonna be an annoying fight, but that's okay.
There she is! Almeidria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around.
That is R4.
My, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almeidria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
Like, Shione's wings are like in his face.
We're nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed.
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of. Nesmold! Enjoy your meal.
Oh god. Oh, I thought she was gonna run away. I was like, oh, she's the worst. She like just keeps putting things in front of us.
Sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me.
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you! Pierce! Radiant Pierce! Vanquish darkness!
Ignite!
Radiant Pierce!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all stuffed up!
Into the shadows!
Will this help?
Vanquish
Healing
darkness!
circle! Think again! You're open!
Dragon
One
Force!
more! I was overconfident.
Oh my god.
Just try and run.
I hope this is not a forced loss.
Here, let me help.
Can't end here!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Firmament render. Resuscitation. Here, let me help. First aid. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Gales tear you to shreds. Resuscitation. Gusty nail. Firmament render.
Not done yet.
Confiscated. Radiant pierce.
No further.
Radiant pierce.
Right.
Here, let me help. This one's mine.
I owe you one.
Here's a healing art.
This one's all
First
mine.
aid.
Take this. Here I come. You picked the wrong fight.
Stay away. Where are you going? Sighted. Gun. Radiant pierce. I'm out. Here's a healing art. First aid. Here, let me help. First aid. Here's a healing art. Here, let me help. First aid.
Now you see what I can do.
Eat dirt. Prepare to be sealed.
Here, let me help.
Grinwell, don't die.
Hey, that. Here's a healing art. Think again. Now.
Eternal devastation.
I'm all stopped up. Here, let me help. First aid. Here's a healing art. First aid.
I feel like I need to go like this, and I need this one out of here for.
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready.
Rising wyvern. Hurricane thrust.
Radiant pierce. Here's a healing art. First aid. Radiant. A new lease on life.
Healing bang. Rip it. I'm just getting started.
Firmament healing circle.
I really owe you one.
Radiant pierce. I'm out. I'm only getting started. May a thousand gales tear you to shreds. Watch and weep. I'm ready.
Orochi's fury.
Firmament render. Radiant pierce.
Just getting started.
Radiant pierce. You won't get away with that. May a thousand gales tear you to shreds. Gusty nail. Here's a healing art. First aid. Will this help? Healing circle. Radiant light. Back into the fray. Cyan instant. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation. Think again. You're open.
Really making me have to dodge crap.
Radiant pierce. Do it. Astral energy. Full throttle. Firmament render. Pierce. Radiant pierce.
Not today.
I'm out of ammo. Confiscated.
I'll smash you! Take this!
They're attacking separately.
I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her. And take out the monster first.
Demon fang. Double.
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that.
Grinwell,
Take it away!
Can't end here.
You will
Cyan
suffer.
instant. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
What do we do? Oh man, what do we do?
You can start by falling back and getting it together.
Damn it, come on, not again!
That looks...
okay. I need me.
Wits about you people.
Resuscitation. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
The winds of judgment blow your way.
Oh no, what is this?
Repenting calamity. Chaotic disaster.
Go get him.
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, they're mine! I was overconfident.
Oh my god. I hate the attacks that
A new lease on life. Vanquish darkness.
Just try and run.
bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation! I'll bring you back from death's abyss. A new leaf. Pathetic.
Oh my god.
What was I thinking? Here I go.
Nothing gets by me!
First aid! I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation! Radiant pierce!
Right.
Ignite!
Hurricane!
Here I go.
Eagle
I'm ready.
Fly!
Pierce! Here, let me help. This can't be happening.
Oh no. Ah.
A new leaf.
Here's what I should do.
Here's a healing art. First aid. Will this help?
I'll show you just how strong my arts really are.
Healing circle.
Thank you.
Not today!
Here goes.
Take that.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Demon fangs!
Resuscitation. Here's a healing art.
Render.
First aid. Here, let me help. Ready. I was overconfident. Ready to go.
I am not saving elixirs in this game.
I've been more careful. It's time.
Miasma. Here's a healing art. First aid.
Double demon fang! First strike! Watch it! Demon fang!
What was that?
Swallow dance! I've let you all down.
Okay.
Ready to go.
So annoying. So annoying.
I'm ready. Think again. You're open. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Arrow squall. Resuscitation. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. One last one. Resuscitation. Radiant peak. Her master core.
Not while I'm around, she isn't. Firmament render.
Back into the fray. Go. Radiant pierce. Radiant goodwill. Pierce.
I'll never forgive you.
What?
I'll take you down.
Go Rinwell.
You don't scare me.
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now.
Arrow squall.
Radiant
Fly in your dreams.
Swallow blade!
One hit. Go get him.
Burn!
One last one.
I'll smash you! Now I'm in the
Say
groove.
1,000 gales. Pierce.
Radiant pierce.
You will suffer.
I'm out. To an end.
Hit.
First aid. I'll heal you all. Healing circle. Radiant pierce.
I'll end you. Astral energy. Full throttle.
The thing. Oh, I was gonna say it just flew away. No, it crashed. It crashed. Exploded into the ship. Okay.
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity. A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
What is going on here now? Oh, this guy's back?
It's that swordsman again.
Is he gonna kill somebody? Gonna kill her? Like how many people does a person have to kill before their death is the only justified? Is justified?
Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Oh, he killed her.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more. Stop right there! Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something!
It's weird seeing these animated cutscenes because they're not wearing what I have the characters wearing.
Let me go!
Shion!
Alvin!
Huh?
Shion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign.
retired. Subject to 1273. So he was a Renan. That looked like the back of his head.
After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
The maiden will maintain control over things. You just focus on not breaking your concentration while the ceremony's in progress. Maiden. Don't need to walk everywhere. The space is pretty big. And what? Why did Shione go with like what am I gonna find out here? Don't understand how much time and effort we've invested to create you as our lone success. We can't risk losing you to injury at this stage.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room.
Need to change into our outfits to meet in front.
I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Worry.
Wait, please. Wait,
Huh? Oh, he was dreaming. He was having a nightmare. Yeah.
What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion.
You can't be having the healer of the party be captured. You know what I mean?
That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking.
Just in case, I'm gonna have to actually. I want F to be. That Weird. Who am I gonna find first, Law?
Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Your fish one's all mine! You're mine! You're mine! You're finished! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! Flash the shock! Mirage! You're finished! Dragon Swarm! Take this! It's over! You picked the wrong fight!
Oh my god, what was that?
Strike! I'm not done! Megasonic thrust! Take that! Pierce! Take this! Pierce! Not a chance! Pierce! Strike! Pierce!
Ah, what was that?
You're mine! Pierce! Dragon Swarm! Slash the shock! It's on! Mirage! You're mine! It's over! This should do it! You're mine! Luna Rondo! Mirage! No escape! Try harder! Not a chance! No escape! Flash the shock! Here I come! I'm not done! Pierce! You picked the wrong fight!
He's yeah, you can't just tank hits, buddy. Rinwell and Dohalim.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I don't even really know how to use him as it is. So the fact that he's like feels the pain now. Again, I might have been saving up for something for her, but I don't remember what it was.
You sense one of your pals, Hootle?
Yeah, it's good to have the party back, some of the party back. I don't know how to use Rinwell, to be honest. Rinwell is a long-distance fighter who primarily relies on astral arts. Her arts are strong and have a wide reach. Casting an art, press and hold the art key. Oh, interesting. Let's try. Actually, I don't even know what arts she has. That's Gusty Nail, Lightning Orb, and Thunderblade.
Bestow
thy mystic mercy.
Double demon fangs! May 1,000 gales carry it aside! Gusty nail! Is it hot? Just bash it out again! Hit! Lightning condemned! In here! More for the stockpile! Holy lamp!
What in the world? Dohalim,
I'm all right. I'm still standing.
bestow thy mystic mercy.
May 1,000 gales
The enemy
carry it
wields
aside!
us too.
We'll soon see about that!
Free from regret.
I'll be saving this one!
Raging Luna Storm.
Cyclone!
Bestow thy mystic mercy. Azure Storm.
Not in your dreams!
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
Lightning orb!
I'm ready.
May 1,000 Dohalim!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Treasure Storm!
Hit!
Double Demon Blade!
May a thousand gales carry Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! With this, I can become even stronger.
Ah,
Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area is teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
is that an eye patch? Right eye patch.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Oh, they're there.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
He's just curious.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. It taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
It seems like he doesn't have all of his memory back. You need time to be able to sift through all that, I feel.
Over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
I mean, he has white hair, right?
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock. Listen. What you really need is time.
Yes.
Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
I love Rinwell with those wings. They better not keep Shione away from us for too long. I'm gonna run out of items.
Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Okay, so I thought Rinwell was going to be the one that was like over 300 years old, and that she was there when they first invaded or whatever and took her her family. People in what? So we're gonna have to fix Shione's thorns. Like it makes no sense for her to like have looked so defeated just because Alphen couldn't grab her hand anymore, because she already has her ultimate goal in mind to get to defeat the lords and make that thing so she can get rid of her thorns. Well,
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are, in one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
but how is he able to live for 300 years?
I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Oh, the dudes are with us too. Okay. Only somebody who only gets to eat fish all the time would complain about having to eat fish all the time. Okay, after Rinwell, I'm most curious to see what Dohalim is going to say. So I'm gonna see what his says, and then I'll end stream because I'm curious. You see, because even though he has his flaws, he is really intelligent, and I generally like the things that he said. Like how his thought process is.
Surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan Sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the Sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Yep, that's where I'm going to end stream. I need to go get something to eat. It's almost 12:30. The places should be places should not be too busy pretty soon. Yeah, so I feel like I'm at a pretty juicy point of this game right now. Because you knew he was gonna get his memory back at some point. And it happened at like the most dramatic time, of course. But yeah. So tomorrow, tomorrow's Friday. So today I have something to do in like four hours. So I won't be coming back to stream today, but tomorrow, unless anything comes up, I do plan on streaming, going to eat like I'm doing today, and then coming back and streaming some more. But yeah, I'm still loving this game so far, and I'm done. Thanks for watching. I feel like I'm at a point where people can't just jump in and watch anymore because spoilers, you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm out of here.